And the Federal Reserve has paused interest rate hikes after 10 consecutive increases, but signaled another raise may be right around the corner. Yahoo Finance's Jennifer Schonberger joins us now with the breakdown. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning, Julie. Call it a hawkish pause. The Federal Reserve decided to hold rates steady on Wednesday at its policy meeting to take a step back and assess more economic data. But it's still forecasting 2 more rate hikes this year because inflation has been slow to come down. Take a listen to Chair Powell.
If you look at core PCE inflation overall, look at it over the last 6 months, you're just not seeing a lot of progress. It's running at a level, over 4.5%, far above our target, and not really, moving down. We want to see it moving down decisively. That's all. Of course, we are going to get inflation down to 2% over time. We want to do that with the minimum damage we can to the economy, of course, but we have to get inflation down to 2%, and we will. And we just don't see that yet.
The Fed sees inflation ending the year higher than previously thought, closer to 4% compared with 3.6% previously. And for that reason, officials see more rate hikes this year. Take a look at the interest rate projections that were released at Wednesday's meeting. 9 officials think 2 more rate hikes would be appropriate. That would bring the policy rate up to a range of 5.5% to 5.75%. 4 officials want just 1 more rate hike. That would bring rates up to a range of 5.25% to 5.5%. And 2 don't want any more rate hikes. Now, Fed Chair Powell said that now that the Fed is closer to the peak rate, it's not a matter of speed. He said now the committee can afford to moderate the pace of rate hikes to give the economy more time to adapt and make better decisions on interest rates. Powell said the committee did not make a decision about what will happen at the next meeting, nor did they talk about adopting a strategy of hiking every other meeting, though Powell said that every meeting will be live. And while the Fed chair said July would be a live meeting, he did not tip his hand, though markets are expecting a rate hike in July. Take a look at the CME Fed Fund futures this morning. They're pricing in a better than 70% chance of a rate hike next month. Goldman Sachs chief economist Jan Hatzius is one of those who thinks that the Fed will hike in July. But after that, he's surprisingly not forecasting more rate hikes, despite 9 officials seeing 2 more rate hikes this year. He says it's possible if inflation remains elevated, you could see the Fed hike again in November over December. And at that point, he expects the Fed would be done. Ladies.